Hey, bud. Welcome back. This episode, we are going to be working on our aluminum spot. We'll also be playing with more 1.2 update fun things. We need to overcome a couple of logistical challenges, mainly in the silica and coal and copper department. I've got a couple ideas for how we will handle those. One of the ways I am thinking right now is to tap into this area of resources. Everything around here is super useful. So there's 3 pure iron, there's 1 pure copper, which is the main thing we are interested in. And then there are 4 normal limestones around here. All right, an old but familiar spot. This is where the truck has been loading up coal for the last 150 hours, but we are going to be shutting that down before too long. This is where we will be loading coal now. I want to have 2 carts dedicated to coal. I want to have at least 2 more dedicated to silica and the other quartz materials that's used. The vision for this place, though, is I really like the whole cyberpunk look that the main loading screen has taken on with the 1.2 update, showing all the new ways that you can use the signage. I love that look. I love the aesthetic. I want to do that for myself. So the way I kind of envision this is this will turn into a tunnel, and then I want to have buildings that go up along the side that will take on that cyberpunk look, and we'll build around the terrain as needed, but we'll probably just make that look like buildings. I've grown tired of our lackluster cloud storage, and I am ready to get some of this upgraded. So I am finally going to set out and grab a bunch of hard drives, Mercer Spheres, and summer sloops, and all the slugs I can come across. I will see you here in just a minute. I am back home now, and we had a pretty sweet Yankee Candle haul. I got 47 Mercer Spheres, 10 summer sloops, 31 blue slugs, 22 purples, and 25 yellows. So we are looking lush right now. I was running the hard drives while I was out exploring, because I learned early on that you could stack your hard drives. You don't have to choose right then and there. You can see all the ones that you get, pick the ones that you want, and then you can re-roll the rest one time. This could turn interesting to make 100 copper ingots a minute. It takes 50 copper ore and 50 iron ore. We could potentially use this, especially since we are having the train stop right around here. Actually, the train track runs directly over this line, so we'll be building up a little area here to pull in all these goodies. Alright, now that we've got a bunch of Mercer Spheres and all the other good stuff, I decided let's just knock out a bunch of upgrades at once. We will get the porta potty, and we're going to get a bunch of cloud upgrades here. We will take the next 2 of the upload speed, and then we will take the final 2 of the expansion. Let's keep going. We got the geothermal generators. We actually have plenty of those around here, and they're just cheap, easy power. So we will get some of those built. Programmable splitter. We will be needing these in the future. A vitamin inhaler and synthetic fabric that actually makes making fabric a lot easier. Let's see, nutritional inhaler. And then finally under sulfur, we can get the final pocket expansion here for another 6 slots. We actually have a couple geysers here, so I will tap into those and take advantage of the free power, essentially. Just a little progress update since I like to do those. We have tapped into all the surrounding ore, and we also have the geothermal set up. We're just going to bring the lines up to here, and we are level with the railroad. We could have 12 foundries running making copper ingots, and it only takes 5 ore each to make 10 copper ingots. So that output comes to 100 a minute per foundry. That is huge. I'm going to be setting that up now. So this whole area is going to be a bunch of foundries, storage to match, and I might, depending on space, turn that limestone into concrete here. We'll see. I had to step away for a moment and decided to just let my game run, and went ahead and made a bunch of the all-clad metal sheets. Let's go ahead and turn this in, shall we? I believe we have enough. It just keeps moving on me. And launch. It was a long time coming. I've been talking about that for a while now. Well, let's see what we got going on here. We have been building up a little bit at this new little ore area. I am just rocking a bunch of grays, dark grays, charcoal, black, shades of so on. We are generating, let's see, 1,200 copper ingots a minute out of this building right here. We are just feeding into a storage facility over here. That takes care of copper ingots. The other thing I wanted to start implementing is the new turlet system. We just need to flush so we can respawn here. I think what we will end up doing now is building a place where we can drop off the silica, get it over to here, start actually doing some aluminum crafting. I think I'm going to hide the storage underneath here. I will bring this down like another level or 2, and that way it can just drop straight into the lines that are feeding over here. And this way, if we need to build a second track, or if we need to add additional cars that are going to unload something else, it will make it far simpler to deal with. So, all right, time to rip all this out and put it underneath. So we do have the train all set up. We have the tracks down. We have the loading and unloading facilities set up. Most of the unloading facility has storage connected down here, at least for the copper and silica. So there's 3 stops on this line. There's this one. There is coal plant and silica 1, and then there is going to be the copper ingot raw material location over there that it finally will deliver here. The complication becomes that in order to get one thing rolling, you really got to have all things rolling. Otherwise, it is just a kind of a waste of time. And this is the coal and silica plant. So we are going to build up a flat storage here for silica, and then finally take it up to the train. But yeah, it's taken a lot longer than I thought. So I am ready to get this done and get that train moving. All right, very happy to have this together. I updated and modified the 13 constructor blueprint that we originally built for the limestone factory and stacked them on top of each other. Then I put together a pretty self-explanatory storage system that will feed up into the brown line, and with that is going to allow us to kick on the train. We can start loading up silica, unloading it there. We'll also be picking up copper ingot and dropping it off over there as well. We've got all that storage set up and ready to go. Very happy to get this train rolling. Let me program it and I will see how we go. Well, it took a long time, but aluminum is up and running. We've got our refineries down here feeding into all of our foundries in the middle, and then you'll see 6 areas of our assemblers putting together the all-CAD sheets, feeding into that storage at the end. And then we have one area over here that's solely dedicated to the aluminum casings. So that is going to mark the goal for this episode. All of this is going to eventually be enclosed, and it's already interconnected to this railway. We've left enough room for an additional railway that can go right here where the blue printer is if we or when we need to take out more finished goods. The area is developing quite nicely. One day this will all just be a giant city the way that I envision it. I feel very inspired by the cyberpunk look of the title screen, and I really want to lean into that. So I think it would be really cool to make all these different office buildings or, manufacturing buildings that are lit up with signs and neons and all kinds of cool stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate the support. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.